what do you do with a guy like me? I have done so many different things. I've been a car salesman. I've been an educator. I've been a camp counselor. I've been a radio host. I have sold Macintoshes. I have
fixed them.
I have fixed things. I started a company to do networking when I was 22. That failed. But I understood all the technology. When I was 5, my dad came home with this thing called a computer. And he was one of the first people I knew who ever had a Mac. And from that time on, and he was an inventor up until that. And my whole life, science has been a theme through my whole life. But I'm not a scientist, but I am a geek. And I love making things. Everyone has said to me, when the zombie apocalypse happens, they want me on their team, because I can take anything and make it into something else. And I love meeting people who make things too. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something like super techie. Everyone thinks makers are these techie people, and they are. But there are also all these other kinds of people too. And I've made things like 400% Scrabble. And I guess, I don't know, 200% Boggle and some other things. You gotta put that stuff in there. I buy things like an energy simulator from the 60s. I love technology, but I also love craft work. I just went to SteamCon in Seattle here. It was amazing seeing people had made gas masks out of like hand-printed leather with amazing goggles they'd made from hand. And I met this kid. I would love to do a segment on this, actually. The people who come from all over the country. I met this kid from rural British Columbia as a machinist. And he had made the most amazing metal scythe I've ever seen. It was about as big as me. It was like 6 feet high. And it had a second sword that you could throw to your buddy in battle. It was the most beautiful thing. It looked like something out of the extras in Lord of the Rings, where they tell you about all the sword making. I mean, it's just the most beautiful thing. I love the ideas that people have. I've always wanted a job being a brainstormer. But boy, I just love people. I love talking to them about their lives and what makes them tick. And I understand the intersection of science and like language, and I understand how to translate. I sold incredibly technical cars. Volkswagens and Audis are completely computerized at this point. So I had to explain this incredibly technical thing to non-technical people sometimes. And I can talk to anybody. I sold cars to cardiologists. I sold cars to nurses. I sold cars to bankers. I mean, I can talk to anybody, and I love people, and this just seems like my dream job, to be this geek explorer, this spokesperson for the maker world. Okay, I'm done with that.
That's
now
that.
I'm done.
All right. Congratulations on your new job.
Yeah, right.